What's up? I'm Lisa Bonet. You're locked in with Bonet Media. Make sure you smash, like, and subscribe, you guys. We are back to catch you up on the tea or whatever. Okay, we are a third party channel. Remember, this is a commentary and reaction chat. All right. Thank you guys for tapping in. Let's go ahead and get into this, you guys, because a lot has been going on with the Claressa camp and Papoose and the whole Alicia Baumgartner. This is just a whole fiasco, okay? And I wanted to go ahead and get into this because I've been watching videos, I've been peeping the scene and whatever's going on around me, okay? Brain kind of cloudy, smoked out, feeling rowdy. And I have wanted to point out some things that I see as problematic and what makes Claressa problematic. Okay, this was bound to happen, you guys. This is not like an isolated incident. And I feel like Claressa is just all around problematic. Okay, now I wanted to go ahead and get into this. You guys make sure you smash that like button, turn your notifications so that you know every time that I go live, even though it doesn't always go out. So I thank you guys for being here. All right, however you found out I was live, thank you for joining me. All right, let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. Now, what I wanted to ask is, and we're going to get into this because despite popular belief or what Claressa wants us to believe, that Alicia was threatening her, and this is the reason why she lashed out and lost it. Okay, this is what triggered her. I don't think that's so much the case here, okay? I feel like Claressa was triggered by the Papoose video, okay? And I feel like this attack, this triggering, her having a temper tantrum was all over what was said, really echoed by Alicia Baumgartner, because she's not the first nor the last to speak out on this adulterous affair. Now, I know you guys are probably saying, why are you guys pointing the finger? Why are you holier than thou? That's not the fact. The fact is, if she would just sit down and eat her food, okay, if she would stop having temper tantrums, and now she's banned, okay, if her PR team would step up, if her management had the kahunas to want to help their talent, and Papoose was right there. It seems as if he wanted this to happen. That is what makes it just that much worse, right? If she would just get her act together and act like a boxer with an $8 million career, okay, and grow up a little and stop being a bully and so petty and uncouth, okay? She has no self-discipline. If she had just a little bit, okay, of decency about herself, and she wasn't always constantly coming after people. See, the thing about Claressa is people always think that when we say she's ugly, it's physical. And believe me, some people think she's ugly. Some people think she's physically ugly, spiritually ugly, ugly inside and out. I can't control those people. Now, what I mean is her personality, who she is, her aura, her presence, okay? I'm talking about her on the inside. When I just blatantly stick my finger out and say she's ugly, I'm not talking about the physical, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, okay? And we all, unless you were taught differently, you still had to grow up with the American standard of beauty, okay? And I think in some way, shape, or form, we adhere to that narrative, okay? Is it a good or a bad thing? It's a bad thing, all right? But luckily, we have freedom of choice, okay? Men throw their preference in our faces all the time. What can we do? But beauty at the end of the day is in the eye of the beholder. But this is a little bit deeper than that, okay? So let's go ahead and get into that. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this, because one of the questions that nobody seems to be asking is, was Claressa even invited to the event? And let me take that back, because I saw a video. I'm not pretty sure if it was Geisha 305 or maybe one of some of the larger Claressa Shields content pages or channels that said this, because this is where I got this from. Was she even invited? They brought this up, and I thought it was a good point. Was she even invited to the damn event in the first place? Like, what, was Claressa even invited to the event? Now, before everybody starts crashing out in the comments, coming after me, hear me out, okay? Because this wasn't even a boxing event. It was an MMA event. And I know that MVP covers both MMA, which is mixed martial arts, and boxing, female boxing specifically. Well, boxing, because they covered the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson and other fights. I'm not an expert on MVP, but I did see the lineup and the post that they had of the female boxers, and they are basically the representation of the majority of women and talent that graces us with the female boxing sport, okay? But this was not even a boxing sport. It was an MMA event. And yes, I know Claressa has done MMA before, because I looked it up on her record, okay? I think she had about three matches, and then she won. I'm not too sure, but I know she's had at least 3 matches. Okay, surprised the fuck out of me. I didn't even know she did MMA, but you learn something new every day, right? Cool. But still, something about this entire situation just felt OFF to me, okay? Because if you really pay attention, MVP did not even acknowledge her presence. Along with Netflix, they could have stepped in, you know what I'm saying? She gave her a shout out. Now, we did see on the BBC, they're nothing to laugh at, right? They're nothing to shake a stick at. BBC is very prominent. She made sure we knew that, okay, by posting the post on her page, all right? No harm, no foul. But that is what caught my attention, okay? Now, let me go ahead and show you, because Claressa hinted that there may be tension between her and MVP, okay? She mentioned the possibility that they've been bumping heads behind the scenes. And honestly, that wouldn't shock me at all. But girl, why would you show up to one of their events if you knew this beforehand, right? And it's no wonder that they would stick up for their talent. I honestly feel that they did the right thing. No matter if Alicia Baumgartner was signed to them or not, I believe it was the right thing to do. Because you can't just walk around bopping people in the head and swinging at people and going off and having temper tantrums. Girl, grow up, okay? That is no way to act. No decorum. You're uncouth, okay? And people are calling you a plethora of other names due to your actions, period. Now, let's go ahead and get into the video, because and I don't want you guys to forget, let's not forget that MVP originally wanted to work with Claressa, okay? They extended and wanted to sign her, but instead she signed with a massive $8 million deal. I mean, smart move when you think about it, with Salida Promotions and Win Records. I don't know how they're in it, but we those names happen to be some synonymous when we talk about Claressa. So there you go, okay? I don't know much about either one of these companies, to be honest. But in doing so, she became the highest paid female boxer in the sport. All right. We cannot take that away from us. See, we over here, we like to point out the truth, even if it hurts, because if the truth hurts, go to church. Okay. If the truth hurts, say ouch. All right. But we like over here We like to stick to the truth, or at least what we know as the truth. Okay. And we can't dispute that. All right. She is also the number one boxer in the sport. And that's for heavyweight, right? So heavyweight is about 175 to 200. We know that Alicia Baumgardner is what? 130 to 145. I'm not really sure on how much she weighs, but there's no happy medium. There's no happy medium with this. Okay. So I don't think this fight would have ever happened, even though they tried. All right. Some people say that Claressa bowed out. Well, in a way she did, because she switched up, right? And didn't agree. Like, she agreed to a weight. I think it was 145, 154. I'm not too sure, but she agreed to the weight and then went back on her word. Okay. And if you ask me, I say, what personality are we getting today? Okay. So none of this absolutely surprises me, but this is the reason why she went off. Okay. This is the reason why she went off. It was not because Alicia Baumgardner was like, oh, I can whip your ass right now. That wasn't it. I want to show you, because she was triggered. All right. Her emotions got the best of her. And that's why your rabbit ass got banned. All right. Your emotional, you gonna fall on your own sword. Like I always say, you gonna out of control your ass all the way out of a career in a minute. Because who will have you if you keep going at this pace? Right? I'm not saying she doesn't have fans. I'm not saying there's somebody waiting to fight her. She's supposed to be fighting in August. Okay? Up there eating all them damn fried foods and candies and cookies and overgrown peeps. Girl, it ain't even Easter. All right? You was just at the airport stuffing your mouth, and then you had a whole Starbucks frappe on the side. And had the nerve to show it, girl. You're not eating like you the number one female athlete, or at least you're making it harder on yourself, right? I mean, I'm not saying this is a rule, but wouldn't you expect somebody with that stature and that money to be eating a little bit healthier? You know what I'm saying? You're kind of working against the machine, you know? But let's get into the reason why this all went down, okay? And this had been building up in her. She could not wait. Okay. I bet you in her mind, she was like, every time I see Alicia, it's going to be a fucking misunderstanding. And it was. Let me go ahead and show you the video that I'm talking about. Okay. This is the reason why she swung on Alicia. This is the reason why she tried to tap that ass outside of the ring. Big mistake. Hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and take this down. You guys make sure you smash that like button, share out this live. If you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Let me show you exactly the reason for the scuffle.
Shields and the Papoose and the Remy shit. This is all I'm going to say. You guys keep asking me about the whole Shields and the Papoose and the Remy shit. This is all I'm going to say about it. Let me clear my chest when I say this. There comes a point in life as a woman where you have to be logical on how you really moving in life, okay? Two, I'm not nobody's parent or whatever to tell somebody how they should move. They're going to move how they're going to move. At the end of the day, you got to know there's repercussions to your bullshit. You got to know there's repercussions to the way you move in life, regardless of what the situation looks like. At the end of the day, if that's a married man, you f***ing with a married man at the end of the day. I don't give a f*** if he has a woman, regardless of what the situation is. It's just like that to me would be off limits, right? Claressa is a whole world champion, multi-world champion. She has no kids. She just had a movie come out about her life, and you're entertaining bull like that. She don't have no good friends around her to let her know what she doing is some bull. If you a girl's girl, you gonna let her know that we don't do that. Why are you messing with a married man?
Now, if that wasn't the truth, and it basically echoes what we've been saying, okay? I couldn't have said it better myself. But I think it was the person that was coming from, okay? Alicia Baumgardner. Now, some people say it wasn't her place to say that. But if it wasn't her place, whose place is it? When you just speak your mind and you give your POV, okay? And she was bound to be asked this question because of her association to Claressa. Are we at all surprised? Right? Now, I can see both sides of it, how she got a little personal. Maybe she shouldn't have spoke on Claressa's personal life, okay? I can see where that kind of crossed the line. I'm not even gonna lie, okay? But at the end of the day, she spoke the truth. At the end of the day, most of us feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And this stung, okay? This really got to Claressa, all right? And I feel like this is the reason for the altercation in the first place, all right? Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the actual altercation, all right? Let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. Because there was one clip that I showed you guys, but Claressa took it upon herself to give us more footage of what went on that night at the VIP after party at Netflix and MVP for the MMA bout with Ronda Rousey and Carlin. And if Ronda Rousey made $2.2 million in 17 seconds, girl, you are mingling with the likes of money, honey. All right? You're not bigger than the program, sweetie. And I think she can't get that through her thick skull. You're not in your right mind, sweetiekins. And this is the reason why you're getting this backlash. The backlash of truth, okay? Now, I'm not saying there's not a few haters sprinkled in there and people just jumping on the bandwagon, because that's always the case, good, bad, or ugly, right? You're always going to have that. But the core of the roar of the crowd is telling you to get something about yourself. You're taking it too far, okay? You're not acting accordingly. And you're certainly not acting like this is a blessing that you appreciate and are grateful for from God. So don't even go there, okay? We're not drinking the Kool-Aid. When you guys throw rocks and then run to God, you don't even hide your hand. You just stand there with the rocks in your hand. You think we're going to take that lying down? You don't think that we are going to speak up and speak out? Girl, you're tripping. Okay? If you believe that, I'm going to tell you to put the crack pipe down. Anybody that believes that, I'm going to tell you to put the crack pipe down. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Let's go ahead and let me show y'all. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys the clip. I mean, courtesy of Claressa Shields, because she let us see actually what happens. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Not only that, I mean, we're going to her page, as a matter of fact. So she wanted us to see this. I mean, if for the people that root for Claressa, I would hate for you to be my management. I would hate for you to be my homegirl. I would hate for you to be my sister, because you just gonna let me crash out like this. Now, remember, there's always a shoulder tapper. There's always a shoulder tapper, because I know it's unfair for us to just sit up here sometimes and be like, she ain't got nobody on her team. Her management ain't saying nothing. We don't know that. And to be honest, there's always a shoulder tapper in every camp, okay? Even this popsicle stand, okay? I'm pretty sure somebody from her management, somebody from her family, her sister, her homegirl, but she burned so many bridges, right? So it's slim pickings over there. Okay. And I think some of the reasons why it's slim pickings is because some of the people that she burns bridges with or no longer talks to tapped her on her shoulder. Because that's often what happens. We saw it with Krishan. She went through people and best friends and sisters and potential talent and networking. She went through motherfuckers like a box of matches on fire. She just burnt bridge after bridge after bridge after bridge after bridge, like, right? And I believe that Claressa did the same. This is where I get back to that narcissistic-ish pattern of behavior where they fall out with everybody. They get so chummy with you and, oh, that's my best friend. And then within months, 6 months to a year to whatever, however long it takes, now y'all, everybody fell out. And then soon you start seeing a pattern. Pay attention to the pattern, y'all. That's all I'm saying. So I'm pretty sure somebody has shoulder tapped her and told her about herself. She just either kicked them out, she stopped talking to them, she cut ties with them, and in essence, burnt the bridge. All right? You can't be in someone's camp if you're not a yes man. You can't be in someone's camp like this and go against the grain. How do you think Diddy was able to operate like he did for so long? How do you think he was able to do it? He could not have done it alone. He had a network of people, of yes men, people who were too afraid or didn't want to let go of the opportunity or the money that they were making. They prioritized that over their morals, integrity, character, safety, okay, reputation. And this is how this happens, y'all. All right, let's go ahead and take a look.
I said, fuck you out. Worry about who the fuck you're with, not me.
I was on your way.
I said, fuck you out. Worry about who the fuck you're with, not me.
Oh my God, is the goat gonna get in a fight here?
Hey,
get out of the way. I want to get in there.
No.
World star.
Not right now.
I'll referee. I'm calling her to be a referee.
I was on your way.
I said, fuck you out. Worry about who the fuck you're with, not me.
Oh my God, is the goat gonna get in a fight here? Hey, get out of the way. I want to get in there.
No.
World star.
Not right now.
I'll referee. I'm calling her to be a referee.
I was on your way.
Okay, so if you hear what Claressa is saying, is she talking about somebody threatening her? No, she's not. She is saying, keep me and my man out your mouth. Don't worry about who I'm with. Worry about who you're with. Okay? She couldn't wait to confront Alicia over what she said about Papoose. It's just as simple as that, y'all. Now, I'm not saying they haven't clashed before, but remember, they got along at one point. Okay? They were amicable. Okay? They weren't best friends and, arm in arm, hopping down the yellow brick road. No. But they were cordial. All right? Another bridge burned. And when you deal with someone like Claressa, this is bound to happen. It is inevitable. It really is. It's inevitable. Okay? Now, hold on, y'all. Let me take this down. Let's listen to this one more time.
my situation, I should fuck him out. Where's my who the fuck you're with? Not me.
She said, keep, wait a minute. What did she say? Keep my relation. Wait a minute. Hold on. We got.
Oh my God, is the girl gonna get in a fight here?
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, get out of the way. I want to get in there.
No.
World star.
You know you won't whoop no ass.
Not right now.
You
I'll
won't whoop
referee.
no ass, Alicia. Who asked you to whoop you are?
I'm calling her to be a referee.
I was in your way.
My situation, I should fuck him out. Where's my who the fuck you're with? Not me.
So you guys hear her clearly arguing over her talking about her relationship. This had nothing to do with her being threatened. And you know what I say about that point? So what? If she can push you emotionally to the point where you lose it and get banned, is this how your supporters move? That you guys would choose fighting over anything and lose your money, your job, your position, respect, all because you said something to me, so I'm gonna fight you. Please don't hang around me. Please. Because there are people out there. We see it all the time. People just ready to go viral over some petty-ish. Yeah, I know they losing their job at McDonald's and Pizza Hut, you know what I'm saying, and the local 7-Eleven-ish. And we see those type of videos all the time. I get it. But just think about the mentality it takes. Because for most people, that's all they got. I'm not putting down McDonald's. I'm not putting down Walmart. You know, I'm not putting down an everyday 9-to-5 job. But if you're there and you've been working there, obviously you need it. Obviously it's working for you. Obviously it's paying some bills and keeping a roof over your head, okay? Or keeping a wig on your head. I don't know. But you're not just there for your health. So you are willing to give up what you have in order to be right in the streets, to take it to the streets. That is the most menial and fraudulent and frivolous mindset that you could have. Congratulations. Keep up the bad work, bitches. Okay? All I can tell you is handle your scandal. Because it's going to be a scandal. And this is what we're looking at right now with her. She couldn't just walk away. As a matter of fact, how did y'all get here in the first place? Did y'all meet somewhere in the middle? Did she walk over to you? Remember, they're in the VIP area. Or did Claressa take her rabbit ass over to Alicia? What happened is, in my mind, in my opinion, when she saw the opportunity, as soon as she saw Alicia in that VIP area, she beelined it over there to give her a piece of her mind. And guess who was trailing behind her like a goofy, like a simp, like a poo butt? Papoose. I don't know when Papoose got such accolades and he's this rapper and he's this big. Yeah, girl, you're from my era. You excuse me, sir. Excuse me. You've always been the man that's been with Remy, Mom. Okay, you can fool some of these newfangled people, but you're not gonna fool me. All of a sudden, Papoose is such a big deal, and he's this and he's that. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we did know him as the ghostwriter. You know, Remy said, I mean, you ain't wrote it. You talking about you helping everybody else, nigga, help yourself. How you gonna be right for everybody else and right for Remy and you can't write for yourself? But then we have to think about it. It's not just about the writing. His writing may be excellent. Sometimes it's the vehicle. Sometimes it's the vessel, right? He doesn't have it. He doesn't have the personality. He doesn't have the star quality. He doesn't have the je ne sais quoi. Okay? He doesn't. He doesn't have the c'est la vie. There's a special something that you have to have in order to be a star. It just is. And I think this carries over to some of the things that makes Claressa so angry and frustrated, because she sees Alicia shine naturally. She sees that people are drawn to Alicia's personality naturally. She sees the genuineness naturally. You can't duplicate that. We've all known a person like that, or we've been that person. Like the people in my chat, I'm sure a handful of you guys have been that person. Absolutely beautiful, inside and out. You're a good person. You're good-hearted. People love to be around you. All the guys liked you in high school, or liked you in college, or like you, you just were that beach. You know what I'm saying? People's family liked you. A lot of women who are like that, once they break up with somebody, they still friends with the sister. They still friends with the mama. Your ex come over to his mama house, you sitting there with his mama eating cream pie. Shit. That's you're just that bomb. You're just that person where people want to be in your presence. So either you've been that, or you've been around somebody that's like that, and you didn't hate. Or maybe, depending on the time that it happened in your life, maybe you did hate a little bit. Maybe you felt a little sting of jealousy. There's nothing wrong with that. That should just make you get your act together, because everybody has something about them. But when you walk around being fake and not being genuine and not being yourself, I mean, everybody can be a star. You feel me? And I think this has a lot to do with Claressa, period. Because she doesn't just do this with Alicia, okay? She does this with everybody, y'all. That's the problem. That's the problemo. See or no? Right? I'm going to be in the chat, okay? Let me see the next slide so I can see what's going on. All right, hold on.
World star.
Right now.
I'll run for it. World star.
Not right now.
I'll run for it. World star.
Now, Alicia does say, "I'll whoop your ass right now." Okay, that's why she's like, "You ain't gonna whoop no ass." She's like, "You're easy, girl." Do you see that big ass Netflix sign in the back? Do you see this in? Why on God's green earth? Like, I couldn't imagine in a million years me acting like this. Now, Claressa goes on to say, because this is her page, y'all see it for your own damn eyes, okay? This was posted a day ago, probably not even 24 hours. Let's read what she had to say, shall we? Okay. It says, "I have dedicated my life to the sport of boxing. Through the grace of God, I have been blessed. My talent has allowed me to undeniably take women's boxing to a new level that doesn't stop at the ring. What circulated online does not tell the full story until now. I do not condone violence. I never have, but I am also not someone who will stand in silence while continuously being verbally attacked, threatened, discriminated against, or assassinate my character, nor will I allow the reality of the disrespect turn into a narrative or talking point about colorism or envy. There is documented history of attacks and threats by this person for over 4 years that led to this moment, and that history will speak for itself. There's a difference between aggression and protection. I stand on integrity. I stand on what I've built. I'm a champion. I carry that everywhere I go. I go not just in title, but in how I move, what I protect, and what I refuse to accept. I fought too hard and come too far to let anyone rewrite my story or define my character. Any further false allegations or defamation of character will be handled accordingly by my legal team. Girl, we still waiting on you to sue 50 Cent. Okay? We still waiting on you to sue 50 Cent. Now, ain't this the pot calling the kettle black? Do I have to take the crown of contradiction queen away from Krishan, or are you going to share it with her? Because this is exactly what you do online to other people. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up, y'all. What are we talking about? Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. What are we talking about? Am I tripping? Because is this not what she does every day? Todos los días? Isn't this what she does every day of her life on social media? From her cousin to the random person who left the wrong comment under a post. I've seen her go to people's pages, screenshot, and then come back, post it, and talk about an MF. A random. She only got 500 followers. Yet you took it upon yourself to drag this individual. That just shows you how petty you are. Right? Oh my God. Now, I don't know, but the fact of the matter is whatever was said before, it seems as if Alicia spoke on Claressa. This is what Claressa said when she spoke on social media about when she got dropped, when she was sparring or something like that. I think that's kind of what ticked it off and kind of separated them and kind of ruined their kins, their friendship. Not really a friendship, but they were cordial. So the cordiality, right? I think that's where it started. Well, at least that's what Claressa says. Claressa. I always get their names mixed up. Right? What it comes down to is that she really pissed Claressa off when she gave her take on the relationship that Claressa had with Papoose. Even though they went back and forth, with words, what really made it ghetto was whoever was standing there talking about some damn world star. Is it gonna go down? I mean, whoever was standing there with the camera was like, is it gonna be a fight? And then he yelled out world star. And if you guys know what that means, I mean, if you know, right? Now, that being on video with two prominent boxers professionally paid, it's not a good look, you guys. And it's not going to age well on these social media streets. So I see why, among other things, the MVP banned Claressa. Because you can't just let that slide. You can't just let that clip slide. I'm telling you, these people are on a higher scale. All right? We're talking about money. We're talking about major deals. We're talking about millionaires. We're talking about a whole new level of playing field that I wish I was at. Because I would never, if I was in the position of either one of these women, I would never. Now, it does have something a little bit to do with wisdom. I get it. Okay. But y'all, I know what to be grateful for at any age. And I'm not really a confrontational person. I'm more of a talker. I would have had the smart mouth that would have probably made you go off. But me? Oh, no. I don't want no, No. So, but y'all just think about the opportunities that they have. Let me come to the chat and see what you guys are saying. What is up? What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for tapping in. What is up, Kate Verity? First one in the building, Loretta Gibbons. What is up? Loretta, you said that's what she needs to realize. Exactly. What is up, Miss Johnny Solo? Welcome in. Welcome in. Beautiful is her name. You said he would be front row. Yeah, he would be front row, and it couldn't even control her. Can you put a muzzle on her, please? No, excuse me, a muzzle right now. Yeah, she needs a muzzle. What's up, Shantae? Shantae, shout out to my mods. Appreciate you. Good evening, y'all. Yes. You guys, please press the like button, y'all. Smash that like button on your way in. She too busy worrying about him marrying a married man. Exactly. I think he gonna be her downfall. Girl, he is 20 years older than you. Now, what's wrong with that? Well, I mean, nothing. But then again, something. Like, he's not bringing anything to the table that he should be bringing. Right? Common sense, wisdom, boundaries. What are you good for? Big dick and bubblegum? And I'm using that big word loosely because, we just don't know, okay? Or you ain't doing something right, okay? Because if you did have that with the bubblegum, she'd be dickmatized. She wouldn't be acting like this. I'm telling you. Good dick does a body good when it's done in the right way. Like, good dick will have you dickmatized, all right? That means hypnotized off the D. I've been there a million times. Trust me. Had me out in the streets looking the fool. Okay? So, either you ain't putting it down, babes, or she's just not into you. Or you're just not that into her. You're just not that into her. I don't think you're putting it down enough. Because I know it sounds, a bit mannish, but something ain't right. Because if she was so in love and Pap upstairs, she wouldn't be acting like this on these streets, on these social media streets, in the real streets. And now they have a problem on their hands, okay? Now they have to navigate around MVP. Now, I'm not saying they're the only venue. I'm not saying that the whole world's going to stop just because she's banned by MVP, but it's going to make it hella hard. It's going to be like you're walking through a minefield. Oh, can't go there. MVP's going to be there. Oh, can't go to that event. MVP is going to be there. Oh, can't fight this hoe. She's signed the MVP. Like, girl, la, 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 la. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Yep, she went over there. You went over to this woman, this young woman. You went over to this young woman and inserted yourself into her VIP experience because she was supposed to be there. And I bet you wanted, I'm not saying that you didn't go see Ronda Rousey and you didn't want to hang out with Papoose or anything like that, but you made it your mission. You made it a point that you were going to find a way to run in and have an encounter and be able to get into an altercation, a spat, a back and forth, a disagreement, whatever you want to call it. You made this happen because you wanted it to happen, because you couldn't wait. You just said yourself in this that I just read that this has been 4 years coming. But you know what? She has met up with her within these 4 years. She just has. You guys remember when they ran into each other on the plane? Like I said, it comes down to that video that I showed you guys of Alicia speaking on Papoose. That just burned her bridges. I mean, it just burnt her, like her britches. It just got to her. And that was the ultimate diss to her. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't give a damn what other altercation happened. Now, I want to show you guys this video, all right, that I found. Hold on. And the reason why I chose this was because it basically says what I'm thinking, all right? I couldn't have said it better myself. I love when I can show you guys videos like this.
Over Alicia Baumgartner, and here's why. Yo, Claressa Shields is obsessed and pressed over Alicia Baumgartner, and here's why. Yo, what if this Claressa Shields and Alicia Baumgartner situation ain't really about disrespect? What if it's about somebody losing control of the spotlight? Because let's be honest, Alicia Baumgartner's aura has been going crazy these last couple years. Fashion, attention, mainstream looks, big sponsorship bags, social media going crazy at every turn. But get this, Claressa Shields has even hated on Angel Reese as far as getting mad over not winning a BET award. And every time these two crossed paths, the tension felt personal.
Not her following me. Not her following
About
me.
me, I showed her.
Not competitive, personal.
You have good decisions.
Claressa
I couldn't have said it better myself. This was personal. The tension between them was personal. Okay? And it was navigated by the jealousy, envy, and esteem issues of Claressa. Okay? She is always the attacker. Now, I'm not saying Alicia is perfect and she doesn't have any fault in this, but nobody told you to go over to Alicia. Nobody told you to go confront her. You caused this to happen because you wanted this to happen. It's just as plain as day, y'all. All right? And the tension, just like I said, has been personal. What is up, Panda? Let me see what you guys are saying. She was engaged to her. You said what? She was engaged to her auntie. What is up, De Niro Mommy? Thank you for tapping in. Great to see you. So that's why she was receiving SSI. Yeah, she's a little OFF, y'all. Y'all remember that. She was receiving SSI, a SSI check. You don't just get those because you're pretty. You don't just get those because you're dark skinned. All right? You don't just get that. You don't just, and it has to be proven. Okay? You know how many people would raise their hand and just, girl, we need to pay rent. Lil Dee Dee and Day Day, come on, we're going to sign you up for disability, for a check. Okay? We don't know, ain't nothing wrong with y'all. We just gonna make something up and fill out the application. That's not how that works. Okay? That's not how that works. And the average person, and hopefully the average doctor, would keep their integrity and do the right thing. I don't think you can buy a doctor. Okay? And even if you could, y'all didn't have the money to do it. Okay? You was too broke down, busted, and disgusted. So in order for her to get that check, some people call it a crazy check, some people call it disability check. In order to get that check, a doctor had to find something wrong with you that qualifies, not just find something wrong with you. Okay? Oh yeah, your little Nene, she cross-eyed. Go on, sign for disability. No, that's not enough. That's not enough. She cross-eyed, but she can't. She's not gonna qualify for disability. Okay, she's not gonna qualify for SSI check. So there's rules to this game, y'all. Okay, there was a reason why her mother was able to collect a SSI check. Some people call it a crazy check on Claressa because there was something wrong with Claressa. And it's still something wrong to this day. All right. You said Clarissa's a hater, jealous, wants to be a boss hog from the Dukes of Hazzard. Clarissa's definitely a hater. This is the overall sentiment. Like, why would people feel this way if it wasn't true? You feel me? And Claressa doesn't even know how to genuinely make a comeback from this. She's acting like she didn't do nothing wrong. Exactly. Exactly. So I don't know where she's gonna go from here. This is not a good look. It's just not a good look. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, these people are on a higher scale. We're not at the school gymnasium. This is what she acting like, okay? You're girl, you are not at Crenshaw High. All right? Let's be honest. You have to up your game and know how to act at events, or else you're going to get your banned like you just did. I don't understand the confusion. I don't understand the pushback, right? Now, Claressa, who displays classic narcissistic behavior, no diagnosis. We don't know what's wrong with her. But the pattern of behavior reminds me of narcissistic personality disorder. It reminds me of histrionic personality disorder. It reminds me of bipolar disorder. No diagnosis. We can't. We're not a doctor. But the pattern of behavior and what makes a person stand and be so stubborn in their ways, and they're just so blatantly wrong, can only be attributed to that type of behavior. Because if you ever dealt with the narcissist, you couldn't, girl, you could be drowning in the ocean. Okay? You could be drowning in a tub of water. And if what could save you was them admitting that they were wrong, you're going to fucking drown. You're as good as dead. They could love you to the moon and back, or so you thought. They're incapable of loving. And they make themselves incapable of being loved. So I can tell you the back and forth and the tension that's probably between her and Papoose, because you have to think about it. If you have two people that are the same, like two narcs, oh, they're gonna kill each other. Oh my God, it's gonna be a show. It just is. I mean, some people have used that word in describing him as well. If you got that, woo, it is explosive behind closed doors, because you don't have that empath. You don't have that, you don't have the sane and, the safe and sane one, where that one person can bounce off of. It's called a clash. Yeah, baby. Yes. So I don't know what's going on, y'all. We don't know what's going on, but this is not good. This is absolutely not good. Now, let me go ahead and take you to this interview that she had about Alicia. Okay, you guys just pay attention. Let me go ahead and take this down. I'm going to show you guys right quick. Wait a minute, did we finish this? I think that was the last clip. Yeah. Let me show you and share with you this clip, or this video. It's not really a clip. This video of Claressa and her interview that she had, and maybe it wasn't a full interview on Alicia, but this clip is her speaking about Alicia. All right, give you a little bit more insight into what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Alicia, now that's a whole nother question. Some people gotta you gotta put your hands on them. You understand what I'm saying?
So that ain't repairable?
We gotta fight.
You saying contact first, then peace.
Me and her gotta fight, and it don't matter if we got spar. something got you got to know. Don't you ever come playing with me. That's not how I play.
Right.
We was actually cool. So the whole flipping and switching up, it hurt my feelings, but it also confused me because I was like, where is this coming from?
So nothing happened that you know of
Nah.
that set that off?
Nah. I just woke up one morning and she calling me out.
Really?
Yeah, nothing happened. We didn't have no words, no beef. We didn't have no issue, man. She just one day woke up and was like, I'm the best. I want to be the best. I'm better than Claressa. I want to fight against her and I will fight her. And it was like, what? Where is this coming from?
How y'all end up on the same plane?
Big things popping, little things stopping. That's what happened. I'm going to LA to see the premiere of my movie, The Fire Inside, the first time. That's what I'm going to go do. I don't know what she was on the plane to go do. No idea.
Oh my goodness, Lord.
Yeah,
Can't we all just get along?
Listen, I be trying, but I think that when I get to being too nice and I get to being too kind, these girls be like, oh, Claressa's soft. Oh, no, Claressa not.
Man.
No, she not.
So it don't sound like you and Alicia are going to be patching that up no time soon.
Nope. Alicia, now that's a whole nother question. Some people got to get you got to put your hands on them. You understand what I'm saying?
So that ain't repairable?
We got to fight.
You saying contact first, then peace.
Me and her got to fight, and it don't matter if we got to spar. Something got to, you got to know. Don't you ever come playing with me. That's not how I play.
Right.
We was actually cool. So the whole flipping and switching up, it hurt my feelings, but it also confused me because I was like, where is this coming from? So
nothing happened that you know of that set that off?
Nah. I just woke up one morning and she calling me out.
Really?
Yeah, nothing happened. We didn't have no words, no beef. We didn't have no issue, man. She just one day woke up and was like, I'm the best. I want to be the best. I'm better than Claressa.
So you guys heard what she said in this clip. Well, she was having an interview. She's saying this is the origin of why they fell out. She don't know. She just woke up one day and Alicia was like, I'm the best. I'm better than Claressa. Isn't that the way that she's supposed to be talking? Now, I don't know because I didn't know anything about Claressa or any of these women. I promise you, I can't really help y'all on that. I don't know what went down, but this is what she's saying, y'all. Okay. You guys saw, let me see when this was posted. Hold on. Let's see if we can get a little bit. Now, this was posted on April 15th. That's not saying that that's when this happened. I don't know when this interview took place. I would assume so, but it was posted on Art of Ward and ATS Boxing on April the 15th. All right. So this has been broiling for a cool minute. Okay. And it finally came to a head. I believe she initiated this and wanted this to happen. And as a result, girl, you're banned. What do you want us to do? What do you want us to do? Right? Now, as far as who is the best, okay? Who is number one when it comes to female boxing? All right? Now, there's no doubt about it that definitely Claressa Shields is number one. And I think that's why her supporters feel entitled or so comfortable excusing her behavior because they can lean on that. Like, well, she's number one. Well, she did this and did that. Yeah, but does she have to be so nasty? Does she have to be the type of person that she is? We never got that from Layla Ali. We never even got that from Muhammad Ali. Right? And under normal circumstances, we probably wouldn't need to be tripping off the fact that, Claressa is basically outside making a fool of herself every day and doesn't know when to shut up. Has anybody forgot about that? Right? She doesn't know how to read the room. And she never chooses her battles wisely. And you're going to get it. That's what you're going to get, sis. And it is what it is. But I said all that to say that jealousy rears its ugly head. And the reason why she went off and attacked Alicia was definitely over Papoose. She decided to lose her cool and take it there because of the video that Alicia did when she spoke on what she thought about the relationship. So, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I mean, how can you not speak on it? Right? And if you're my rival in boxing, I would probably speak on it too. Right? This is not the first time that they both spoke on each other. And this has nothing to do with boxing. That's the saddest part of all. This has nothing to do with boxing. But it was at an MMA boxing event. Right? And I wondered what triggered her. And it wasn't, I'll whoop your ass right now. That may have added fuel to the fire, but that's not what triggered you. We saw what triggered the Claressa slap. Right? We all saw that. So let's look at the top 10 female boxers, shall we? Let me see if I can get that up for you guys. Hold on. Top female boxers in the world, okay? Based on AI, you guys can go over there and look it up, Google. No problem. I tried to look it up on ESPN, but they don't give out these type of lists, okay? They may do it, but they're not the one who makes it up in like the solidified source, okay? So let me make sure you guys can see this. You guys can go there too. All you got to do is Google it. Let's go ahead and get into this. All right. The top 10 female boxers in the world, based on recent pound for pound rankings from expert consensus publications like ESPN, highlight the highest echelon of talent in the sport today. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the list, guys, real quickly. All right. Number 1, Claressa Shields, USA. The undisputed middleweight and multi-division champion, widely acknowledged as the GOAT, greatest woman of all time in the sport. Number 2 is Katie Taylor, Ireland. Number 3, Amanda Serrano, Puerto Rico. 4, Gabriela Fundora, USA. 5, Chantel Cameron, UK. 6, Michaela Mayer, USA. 7, Alicia Baumgartner, USA. She is the undisputed junior lightweight champion, known for her aggressive style and power punching. So in both of their weight classes, they are undisputed. Okay. Number 8, Senicia Estrada, USA. The former undisputed strawweight champion, famous for her lightning fast hands and flawless ring generalship. Okay, so there's different weight classes, y'all. There's some people who are light as a feather, and there's some heavyweights, which goes, I think, up to 175, maybe 175 to 200. I read that, y'all, so I'm no expert. Correct me if I'm wrong. Number 9 is Yocasta Valle from Costa Rica. And number 10 is Elif Nur Turan from Turkey. Okay? So that's the top 10, y'all. They have a video here in case you guys want to go look at that. I just wanted to touch on it, okay? Just wanted to touch on it so I can go down there. So I mean, she's number one in the middleweight, and it looks like Alicia Baumgardner is undisputed junior lightweight champion. All right, we saw her record yesterday. I think one of them had 18 fights, the other one had, I don't even remember, but we looked them up. Okay. Now we recently saw Claressa doing some MMA, but it turns out that that probably was just because I saw the video. I don't think she's switching over to MMA. On the video, she was talking like she's just having fun. She just tried it out. But I wanted to show you guys because remember when I looked up her record the other day, it does show that she did some MMA. So let's go ahead and look at that, y'all, right quick. Hold on. Let me go ahead and scroll down. I don't want to scroll too fast, but hold on. Let's see. And you guys, of course, can go to Wikipedia and read the full gamut of, her life, how she started, all kind of things. All right. Now, professional mixed arts career. In November 2020, Shields had signed a 3-year contract with Professional Fighters League and was expected to make her MMA art debut in 2021. Since Shields first announced that her MMA debut, she has also begun training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and has gone to train under IBJJF no-gi world champ Robert Al-Sanar alongside Holly Holm. She also started training at Jackson Wink MMA in late 2020. Okay. Let me see. On June 10th, 2021, she went against Brittany Elkin. She won the fight via technical knockout in round 3. Okay. Her second bout was in August 2021. Let me see. Was scheduled to take place in August 2021 against an opponent yet to be named. However, on July 12, 2021, news surfaced that her bout was rescheduled to take place August 19th, 2021 in order to garner more exposure at an ESPN aired event. All right. It was eventually rescheduled for October 27, 2021 with Shields facing Abigail Montez. She lost the bout via split decision. All right. In August of 2023, it was announced that Shields had re-signed a multi-year contract with Professional Fighters League to continue competing in the mixed martial arts. All right. She faced Kelsey DeSantis in February 2024. She was unable to make the appropriate weight for her fight with DeSantis, forcing her opponent to fight up 2 weight classes. With the bout taking place at 165 pounds, Shields won the bout via split decision. All right. This was the first professional bout in Saudi Arabia featuring 2 women. On May 19th of 2025, Shields announced her retirement from MMA. That was not her. She ain't going back. Okay. That was not her stilo, y'all. So when we saw her doing that MMA, she was just having fun. Okay. I don't know if I still have that video. Let me go ahead and show you her professional boxing. No, not her boxing record, but her MMA record. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let's go ahead and look. Here it is right here. So mixed martial arts. She had 3 matches, 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 by knockout and 1 by decision. And she had 1 loss. Okay. After that, she was done. Finito. She ain't doing that no more. Okay. All right. So I don't think she's going back to that, y'all. Okay. And I just wanted to give you that tidbit of information. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Because what? But overall, y'all, this is a mess. All right. This is an absolute mess. And, I don't know what you guys think about this. But it's really about the mess that she be in on these social media streets. That's what it be about. Okay. She is in so much mess when it comes to these social media streets. And I think that is the problem. That's the problem. We hopping over here and she's into that. We hopping over here and she into it with her cousin. We hopping over here and she into it with her ex-best friend, Nigeria. And then word is that you sent somebody to jump your cousin and then this happened and that happened. Y'all, it's a whole mess, okay? This is the type of aura and energy that she puts out on these social media streets. Okay, you guys remember Shalita, her cousin, and the fight allegedly that she had, or the confrontation that she had with Claressa's ex-bestie? And I wonder why she's the ex, right? You guys remember this post where it was Shalita versus everybody? It was Shalita versus everybody. And guess what Claressa had to say? I mean, this is one of the things that she had to say. I'm just giving you an example. All right. Shalita, her cousin, says, man, I know y'all lying about all this ish. This is too funny. But let's talk about the fake miscarriage that the lies to mother told you, and the fact that you think Claressa's supposed to save you from me and you my cousin, just like she is. The F, is you cool? And how the F you get set up when you pulled down on me and still ain't do shit? The F. Now, this is Claressa Shields, in essence, responding to this altercation, right? Claressa Shields writes, be on the internet trolling, lying, harassing, clout chasing, just talking so bad about people every day, but built and look like this. So she quick to call somebody else out. She quick to make fun of people's shape, skin color, hair, status. She calls people broke all the time. Quick to do this, but when it happens to her, it's a whole nother ball game. What part of the game is that? Let me know. What part of the game is that, y'all? What part of the game is that? What's up, Joni? What is up? GG77. Y'all. That's what I'm saying. What's up, Connie? She said this is a warning to any females that try her. Ooh. Oh my God, y'all. Exactly. They say in both her parents were addicts and all her siblings ended up born with a disability of sorts. Exactly. Exactly. There's a tick, tick, boom going on. I don't know what it is, y'all. Okay? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But this is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. This is the messy that she be doing in these streets. Now, remember her cousin, her name is Shalita, but she's Remy Savage on Instagram. Remember? And she is currently trying to save her grandma's house. All right? That she says Claressa allowed to go into, I think, foreclosure or something like that. And girl, let me show you the picture that she put up, y'all. Let me show you the GoFundMe she put up. So let me show y'all, okay? This is what she put up for the GoFundMe. This is what she put up for the GoFundMe. Okay. All right, support Shalita in keeping her family property. This is Claressa right here. Okay? $5,000 is the goal. She's trying to save her grandmother's home. Now, I don't know if she made the money, if she made her mark or not. I don't really know the update of it, but this is not too long ago, y'all. This is just some days ago. Okay? I'm also going to show you guys this clip. All right? She was trying to save her grandmother's house. Now, in this clip, let's go ahead and read what Shalita had to say. And as you guys can see, that's support Shalita in keeping her family property. This is the home. She has a GoFundMe or some type of fundraiser. I'm saying it's GoFundMe. I'm not sure, but let's read what she had to say. Okay, she said yes because it's the house she grew up in. Somebody else said that. I mean, that's what she said to somebody else. She tagged somebody. Okay, so this is what it says on the funding page. Okay. My name is Shalita Savage, and I am raising funds to help purchase my family property located at, you guys see that, in Flint, Michigan, before it's sold through a tax auction. This property is important to our family, and we are working to keep ownership of it within our family before outside buyers have the opportunity to purchase. We are asking for the community support to help raise the funds needed to participate in the auction process and secure the home. Funds raised will go towards purchasing the property at auction, auction fees and related costs, protecting our family property and legacy. Any donation, no matter the amount, is appreciated. If you are unable to donate, share this fundraiser. Sharing this fundraiser would also mean a great deal to us. Thank you for your support and for helping us fight to keep this property in our family. Shalita Savage. Okay. And she goes ahead on to create this account, create this profile, and she puts Clarissa's childhood picture on here, y'all. I don't know why she did that, but this is what it is, y'all. This is what it is. Now that's a damn shame. And you got $8 million and you can't give somebody 10K. Now, word was that she made some kind of deal or talked to the mayor or something. I just heard that. I didn't look it up. I didn't vet it. I didn't read it anywhere. I just heard. All right. So I don't really know the situation and where it stands right now. But this just shows you the calamity and the chaos and just the discord that's going on within this family dynamic. Okay. So, girl, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all. I really don't. Now, Clarissa's sister spoke recently. I don't know how many sisters she has, what sister this is, but I'm going to go ahead and show you this video because she spoke and she defends Claressa. Okay. Let me go ahead and show that to you guys. Hold on. Let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. Make sure you share out this live, you guys. And okay, let's go ahead and get into this. I'm just going to show you now her sister. Hold on, y'all. Speaks out. And let me go ahead and pull that up for you. Because, you know, this situation is just going to get worse and worse. This situation is just going to get worse and worse. Now, like I said, it's like her navigating a minefield because you ain't going to be able to go over there because that's MVP. You ain't going to be able to go over there because that's that's Netflix. Now, I don't know if ESPN is going to hop on the bandwagon. We know she's done dealings with ESPN again, so I don't want to throw that out there because I don't actually know. But hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and do this for y'all. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Hold on, y'all. For some reason, this is not going up. Hold on. Let me go ahead and put this up. I don't know why this won't go up. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all this video. Okay, there it goes. Hold on. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this video. And this video is her sister. Now, I don't know, y'all. Maybe y'all can answer how many sisters she got or what the dealio is, which sister this is or whatever. But she recently spoke out. And I wanted you guys to hear what she had to say. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to bring it up. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. Now, this was posted on Bro Real Life, and I will give you the date in a minute. It hasn't been that long ago, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this. Claressa Shields' sister speaks out against the cousin, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I don't know how they're related, because it seems like Nigeria's cousin or sister is related to Shalita, or I don't know exactly. It's really confusing, but nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into this, okay? Claressa Shields speaks out against Alicia Baumgartner and goes off on Shalita.
If you got hit, even if you were not driving, you need to try.
And Nigeria, all right? So let's just see what she had to say. You guys, Bro Real Life, if you guys want to watch this video in its entirety, make your way on over there. I'm going to pull it up right now. Hold on.
God, that pool is eating my feet up. You got a little punny, they let you know something. Who the f do you raggedy ass think the f y'all is? Y'all keep on with this professional, classy, professional, classy. I don't give a how classy or professional I'm supposed to be. And y'all keep on letting that money and shit get to your thing. Money don't change. I'm having feelings. Don't change. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be weirdest with that shit. Then it's all you broke down poor ass that be fighting over on a daily. Y'all stay coming to another bitch as a woman. It's you making Flint look bad. Claressa making Flint look bad. How? And all you bitches out here sucking multiple for free. How is Claressa making Flint look bad for slapping the bitch who said she was gonna beat her ass? But hold that thought. You bitches talking about she making Flint look bad. Y'all hoes get by multiple, don't know who the y'all baby daddies is, homeless, in cars, and other couches, don't got no money, don't got nowhere to live, but yet Claressa making Flint look bad. She slapped the bitch who said she was gonna put her hands on her. I thought the bitch was gonna hit first, and so did Claressa. She defended herself, bitch. Cause you talking about. Y'all just go with any narrative that's against Claressa. Y'all's a sad case of people. Y'all just go with any wave, y'all right. Any wave that's going against Claressa, which is weird as honestly. Then, like, come on, let's be for real. Do y'all follow Claressa? Do y'all follow Alicia Baumgartner? Is y'all really into boxing like that? Or is y'all only into boxing when y'all watching Claressa? When your mamas and all your people into Claressa, because it's not giving support. It never gave support. It never gave I'm proud of you. It always gave hater. Then y'all really be throwing me off because y'all get up on this here internet every day, talk about her relationship, her achievements, her the way she dressed, her hair, her shoes, her clothes, what she do for this person, what she don't do for that person, whatever the every motherfucking day. Every motherfucking day, but when she responds to y'all, oh, she's unprofessional. Money don't make them not have no. Yes, it do. Yes, it do, because I guarantee you, if you stand in my face and tell me that you're going to beat I'ma proceed to beat you and show you. Because you talk about. Bitch, Mike Tyson beat the out of someone's fucking body. beat the fuck out that nigga, another boxer. He didn't get banned. What the fuck y'all talking about? He didn't get his license didn't get provoked. He still boxed. Shut up. Because you talking about then y'all unprofessional. None of you never even been in a professional setting. Like you get to wear what you want to wear to work. You don't gotta dress up. You don't gotta present yourself in no other type of way. She had no business putting her hands on that girl. Shut up. You don't know what business she had to put her hands on that girl. Shut up. And then y'all see the proof and still be like, she still didn't have a reason. That lets me know what type of y'all is. Y'all be the ones and get popped right in your mouth, slapped right across your face, and now you want to call the cops. Now you want to sue. Now you want to press charges. They need to go to jail. Shut up. Y'all weak. Weaker than y'all bitches clown. Early in the morning. Who thought this was? And my fault you sleep to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Cause you talk about Shalita, shut your big stupid ass up, you long titty having. How the fuck is you trying to tell what the happened with me? You gave custody. Your mama had custody of your kids. I never lost custody of my kids, and you shouldn't be trying to speak on what nobody else got going on with their kids. You need to be trying to worry about what you got going on with your own. Solve that problem. What could you talk about, ho? Solve that problem. Solve your problem. Do what needs to be done for you. And I told you to keep my name out your mouth and make me. When I was going through something, I did give my mama temporary custody of my kids. I made that decision. How I was homeless. Bitch, but I never was undeemed unfit by them court, bitch. I shared custody with them. I still took care of my kids while they lived at somebody else's house. Only reason we even signed them the temporary custody thing is so that my mother could take my kids to the doctor, bitch, if need be. My mama could get them to the school and go pick them the fuck up because I didn't have no phone to be contacted. So because you talk about, ho, you lost custody of your kids. You lost custody of your cats. You lost custody of your kids. You lost custody of your kids, ho. So before you get to trying to speak about anybody and what the they doing with their kids, you're not a good parent. You cuss at the kids. You don't say shit to your kids, bitch. You don't say a thing to your kids, bitch. So again, keep my name out your mouth, and can't none of you bitches beat me to come. Cause you talk about bitch. How the fuck did you raise us? You couldn't even raise your own damn kids. What? Girl. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. I only got up on these just early because I'm finna go to work. So, yeah. I'm about to go to work. Miss Brianna ain't got a job. Miss Brianna can't do shit with herself, bitch. Move around. Worry about what the you got going on, bitch. Worry about what you got going on, ho. You shouldn't, even if you bring up, okay, even if you is like gone, sit there and try to talk about some shit, you should not be mentioning nobody and nobody's kids. You shouldn't be mentioning the way a bitch parent or some kids. You shouldn't be talking about how nobody parent their kids, how the fuck nobody deal with their kids, nothing about no kids, bitch, and you lost custody of yours. Bitch, everything you say is none of fucking void, bitch. It don't make no sense for you to be out here mentioning nobody's kids or how nobody parent their kids. Cause you talk about good morning, y'all.
Good God. Y'all, this is a rough bunch. This is a rough looking bunch. That's all I can say. All right. Somebody in the comments was like, they look dusty. Somebody said Claressa used to really look dusty back on her old pictures. Girl, this is a dusty bunch. This is a bunch of dusties. That's all I can say. It's a rough looking bunch. That's all I can say. Okay. It's, it's just as ignorant as the next, and finding pleasure or satisfaction or thinking that you're doing something and dragging and telling each other's business, right? And everybody seems to be solving a problem by threatening and talking about, I can beat you up and I'm better than you. Like, when are you going to get out of that mindset? When are you going to get out of that mindset? It looks like it runs in the family because they all sound exactly the same. They all sound exactly the same. I don't know. The rundowns are giving the rundown. Okay. The rundowns are giving the rundown. Now, if you guys want to watch that video in its entirety, I mean, it's a good 10 minutes left. I just want to give you a taste of her sister defending her and feeling like what she did was right. Okay. But this just shows you the mindset of a lot of her supporters. Because I tell you, either they do it themselves, they see nothing wrong with it, or they go along to get along. They don't want to ruffle any feathers, right? They don't want to bend, saying they don't want to bend and fold. And that's just how it is, y'all. But this is a rough looking, like, the things that they say, I can honestly say belong at the kitchen table. Like, y'all should be discussing this in the privacy of your own home, right? This belongs at the kitchen table or through text. You guys know y'all can reach out to each other and say the same thing and not go online. Y'all know that, right? So this is just an example of why Claressa is the way that she is. And to see a family at such discord is, I don't know if it's saddening, maybe maddening. You feel me? So, girl, I look. I don't know. I don't know if it's her older sister or young. I don't know who this is, but it says that it's Claressa's sister. And the shit is twisted. Okay? The whole scenery reminds me of good times, y'all. And it's just messy. Now, do you guys remember that Salida, her cousin, got into it with the ex-best friend Nigeria? Okay. Now, I showed you guys footage before. I'm not going to go through that footage, but I did find some other footage where Shalita shows that Nigeria, who was trying to play full victim, like she just got caught up in it and she didn't do anything wrong. And it shows her in the car pulling up to Salida. I'm telling you, the ghetto don't stop. Okay? The ghetto don't stop in this family. All right? I don't know what we're going to see next, but the ghetto don't stop. Okay? Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. The ghetto don't stop, y'all. All right? Now, before I get to that, I did want to let you guys see the live that Claressa did. Hold on. After she got banned. Okay. I don't know if you guys have seen her live since she was banned, but this is her first live since the ban from MVP. I want to show you guys that because it's on YouTube. Before we switch back over to IG, I want to go ahead and show you that. Okay. So let me go ahead and show you Claressa's last live. Claressa's first live since she was banned. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys. Now, like I said, if you guys want to hear this video in its entirety, because it's a good 20 minutes left, okay, of the sister. I've had enough, girl. It's just a bunch of the same, okay? The saying, I'm gonna whoop your ass. If you come over here, I'm gonna whoop your ass. But I'm about to go to work. Bitch, what? You don't care if your job see this, huh? Like, where do you work? In a coal mine? Where do you work? You make shoes? Like, do you pound out license plate? Like, why would you put your job in jeopardy like this? All it would take is one person or a few people to know who you are and know where you work. I don't know why people don't think about things like that. You know what I'm saying? You never know who's watching. But hey, to each his own. So if you guys want to see us in its entirety, make your way on over to Bro Real Life. And this was posted 9 hours ago. Okay. And there's a good 20 minutes left. Okay, you guys. So you guys make your way on over there after this live stream. But for right now, I'm going to show you Claressa's first live since the ban. All right. And since, of course, the slap. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this. And I'll give you the deets on this as well. Let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys. All right. This was posted also 8 hours ago. And this is Claressa Shields' first live after Alicia Baumgartner's slap and the MVP ban as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this. And hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and bring this up. And make sure you guys can see and hear all right. Uh-oh. What's going on? Hold on, y'all. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Okay, let's go. And obviously, she's at an airport. She's coming to LA. And I'll let you listen. She gonna tell y'all everything. Trust me. Trust me. She gonna tell y'all everything.
It's obsessed.
Uh-oh, sorry about that, y'all. Where is it? Oh, I took it down. Hold on, you guys. Sorry about that. Let me bring it up. Okay. Now let me make sure you guys can see this. And let's go ahead and get into this, guys. I will be in the chat, you guys. Let's watch a little bit of this video. And I will be in the chat. Let's go.
Bro, I was breathing. When I got back from doing what I was doing, I'm talking about how maybe it's the excitement, but I was, heck no, that stuff is crazy.
You're about to get rocked. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. 1, 2, 3.
Good afternoon, Delta Flight 738, with service to Los Angeles. My name is Shin, working alongside Shaquan and Alina today. We're going to announce an on-time departure, 3:30 p.m. arriving in Los Angeles at around 6:50. It's roughly a 6-hour flight. Just a reminder, as per federal regulation, all customers are allotted 2 items, 1 carry-on, 1 personal item. Please consolidate into 2 items. If you're unable to do so, we will have to tag the third item to your final destination. Just be sure to remove any spare lithium batteries, e-cigarettes, power banks, and personal items you may need on board the aircraft from now to your final destination. Purchase is needed to start the boarding process in roughly another 6 minutes. If you're waiting a seat assignment, seats have been assigned. Just take a look at the overhead monitors. You will see your name, your zone, as well as your seat number. If you're traveling in groups of 2, 3, 4, or more within the same reservation, we try our best to accommodate you to be seated beside each other. Right now, we are currently in an oversold situation. I am seeking 1 volunteer who is interested in checking out the next flight to Los Angeles. If that piques your interest, we're currently offering $650. Come see me here at the podium, gate mark B25, with your ID in hand.
I don't offer more than that.
So the next volunteer, come see me here, gate mark B25, if you're interested.
You don't offer more than that, don't you? 600. Shit. The flight by itself costs more than that. What's good, bro? I ain't doing shit at the airport. Oh my God, y'all. You really got to practice this wrestling stuff, bro. I was breathing. When I got back from doing what I was doing, I'll talk about maybe it's the excitement, but I was, heck no, that stuff is crazy. Hey, Biff, my best friend on here. Look for my lip gloss. It's gonna like digging through this bag. I just used it, dang. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. Round and round. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. And round, upside down. You turn me, I'm in love. Nah, definitely a side quest mission for sure. It was so much fun though, going out there wrestling around. It was so fun. But I see why they be having to practice and all that shit. Like that shit was like, oh my God, it's just too much excitement for somebody to stay calm. You know what I mean? What up, John Don? I have to step down to the side for a minute. Hold up. No, I was very specific. Like, I'm not gonna be out here hitting nobody, doing this dang wrestling stuff. But it was fun though. It was really cool. They put these blue. Well, y'all know I don't know why Flint be hating so hard, but literally, I carry Flint in my spirit everywhere I go. I had my hair all black, and they're like, can we add some color, like here, like some red, some purple, blah blah blah. I said, no, we can do blue, and I'm like, maybe some gold, and they were like, why blue? I said, for the Flint water crisis. They said, oh, aren't you? They asked me, was I like from Brooklyn or something? I said, me, Brooklyn? No, I'm from Flint, Michigan.
Now, we just saw the video of the sister trying to defend her against people of Flint, Michigan, calling Claressa out, saying that you're bringing shame to the state, you bringing shame to the city. And also, I heard, I didn't see this anywhere, but I heard that, girl, you still ain't helped with the water situation. You are the $8 million woman. And still, you have not done anything to help out the Flint, Michigan's water crisis. And I just heard that, okay? I don't know what she's been doing or not. I thought it was something that needed to be brought up. And I think she's kind of speaking on the fact of kind of bouncing off what her sister said, because now she's talking about she got the blue in her hair to represent the water of Flint, Michigan. But there are people out there screaming from the top of the rooftops saying, why aren't you doing anything, lady? You're bragging about this $8 million, and you know Flint water crisis has been going on forever and a day, and yet you have not done anything to help your own city's crisis when it comes to their drinking water. Okay, so I just thought this was kind of, counterproductive. I don't know, but you guys take a listen.
And the first thing they mentioned was the water. And I said, yeah, Flint is known for two things right now: the water and myself, which I think is more than just the water and myself. I think it's the water, myself, Monte Morris, Kyle Kuzma, and so many others. Let me not pop this in my mouth while I'm talking to y'all. Hey, Coretta girl. Blue for the water crisis. That's why I wear it in my hair when I fight. Y'all know that. I carry Flint deep down in my spirit. I ain't no pump faker. I don't pretend that I'm from Detroit. I'm from Flint. So my day, what up, champ? Man, it's been a crazy couple of days. Upside down.
Allison Duke.
Oh, you told me.
Can you please check in? Raise your hand. Allison Duke.
What's up, Monte? I see got the gang in this mug. The gang on here. I'm actually getting ready to order a whole bunch of boxer rod sweatsuits, all different colors and varieties. My next fight, we going down in weight, so you gotta prepare. Gotta have your stuff on deck. But I gotta keep throwing on the fits though, for sure. Paul Dukes, love you rest. Oh, thank you. Why is this live like that? Let me see. I think I got my live on like only my friends can comment, like people that I actually interact with. I think.
No, your numbers are down. Your numbers are down. You ain't got to sit on nothing, girl. Your numbers are down. All right? I'm just playing it. She may have it set on that. But it's funny that she said that she's going down in weight and she had to get prepared for that. So when, and I'm not saying it's a crime, are you going to stop eating like a fat kid that loves cake? I mean, you have a frappe or a Starbucks drink in your hand that you're slurping down. I don't know what the hell you shoving in your mouth, but it don't look none too healthy. I'm just saying, okay? The number one boxer in the world, would you expect her to be stuffing her face and slurping on a Starbucks Frappuccino? You know? I mean, and then in the same breath, I gotta go down and weight. When you gonna start? When you gonna start? And girl, I ain't got no room to talk. Okay, I'm battling right now. Okay, I got an iced coffee sitting right next to me. The book. I'm not bigger than the program. All right, I'm struggling my damn self, but I'm not a 31-year-old female number one boxer with $8 million in my pocket either. Okay, girl, when you gonna look the part? That's all I'm saying. When you gonna look the part? You know, I mean, isn't that kind of counterproductive? I'm just asking y'all. I'm just saying. She the one brought it up. Yeah, I'm going down in weight. I'm ordering a bunch of baccarat sweatsuits. You know, I'm gonna be ready for my next fight, which is supposed to be in August, right? June, July, August. That's 3 months away. I mean, what do these boxers do? I know you're not going to take the GLP-1. I know you're not going to be Ozempic with it, right? I just think you're making it harder for yourself. But maybe she has a routine. Maybe she does. Maybe it's something I don't know. Just something to point out, y'all. Let's go.
I'm not sure. Let me see. I don't even know how to check that. Next fight, August? July, August, somewhere in there. I've been liking the Impossible sandwiches from Starbucks. They good. What's up, Mom? That Mama Kelly? Sure is. Hey, girl. I'm leaving where you at right now. I got some business in LA, so I gotta go back down there. Oh, thank you. I'm so excited for Shushu. His fight is in Ohio. I think I'm gonna pull up on him. My boy's a world champ. I think I'm gonna pull up on him. When is that fight, Mom? Is it June 14th? Shushu next fight?
Good afternoon, everyone. Traveling on Delta Flight 738 to Los Angeles. We are now ready to begin our boarding process. We ask you please to maintain that your boarding zone is announced.
July 3rd. Oh, that give me plenty of time. I don't know why I thought it was close. July 3rd. Oh yeah. All right before that's what's up. I might push up to that.
We now welcome our active duty U.S. military ID to board, and thanks for your service.
People keep asking.
Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round and round. Upside down, you turn me.
We now
I'm
welcome
feeling
Zone
up.
1, Zone 1, you now welcome to board, please stand for ready lane. Zone 1, you now welcome to board for Delta Flight 738 to Los Angeles, you now welcome Zone 1.
That's me. All right, y'all. Just beeping in with y'all for a second.
Delta is paging Barry.
I need everybody to go and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Claressa Shields 1. At Claressa Shields 1 on my YouTube channel. We got 212K subscribers. Of course, we want to get to 1 million. Of course, we want to get to 1 million. We at 212K. Go on there and subscribe to me. I'm going to put the link actually on here when I put this video up. So,
All right, y'all. So you saw the first live since the slap, okay? Since the altercation, the one-sided altercation, since she wanted to be a bully and a badass. All right. And this was her first live. She's on her way to LA. Let me see when this was, y'all. Did I tell you? Let me give you the deets on this. Now, if you want to watch this video in its entirety or without interruption, you can go on over to Bro Real Life. And it's, like I said, this was posted 8 hours ago, y'all. Okay, so this is probably her most recent. I don't know if she's gone live since, but that's her live. Now, you know, like I said, it was not the threat that caused this altercation. First of all, you found her, you went over to her, you walked over to her, you made it your mission. Now, I'm not saying that's probably why you went there, but you knew that she was going to be there. You knew it was possible that you were going to run into her, and you were hell bent on confronting this woman. You were hell bent on confronting Alicia Baumgartner. Okay. Now, what I want to know is, when is she going to stop eating with her mouth open and smacking? All right. I want to know, when is her next fight? Okay. So she said August, maybe July. When. The way that I see it, y'all, Claressa's bitter, because I feel like she's bitter because I just feel like she's a bitter person just on GP. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that she may have made the wrong decision by not signing with MVP, and I know the number's astronomical, right? She probably got some people are saying online that she probably got an advance of about 3 million. She already told us she gets $1 million a fight. Okay. We've only seen her with one fight. I don't know how far spaced out they're supposed to be. I'm not no expert. You know, I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going with the flow. But maybe she feels like she made the wrong decision by not signing with MVP, you know, because they are making their mark. They have made their mark, right? We looked at the numbers, and they have almost all of the female boxers already signed to them. I mean, a majority of them, right? It would have been a natural thing and a natural fit, I feel, for Claressa. But of course, she got to go against the grain. All right. She got to be the odd one out. So this is what happens, you know? And at the end of the day, I feel like she chose dick over decency. You know what I'm saying? She chose dick over digits. All right. This is what happens. And now you have to live with your choices. And I think she's having a difficult time doing that. Right? I mean, she's not married or even engaged to Papoose. Right? We have still yet to see the divorce papers, the paperwork. They want to show us everything else. Now, is it any of our business? Well, technically, no. Right? But they done shared every damn thing else with us. Might as well keep going. But curious mind want to know, okay, I mean, I got to keep it real. You know, it's not really our business. But, girl, all I'm saying is until you get that rectified, that situation, you're going to keep getting the backlash. You're going to keep getting the people speaking out. All right? People are going to still recognize that. I mean, they're doing it with Lotto. You go, oh, this is a dark skin thing. No, it's not. They're doing it with Lotto. Right? But Lotto is not on here acting a dummy. She's not on a dummy mission. Okay? Lotto has said some, you know, some controversial things, but Lotto ain't messy like that. Lotto is sitting down, eating her food, letting it all play out. She chimes in from time to time. I'm not saying she's right. I'm not saying she's wrong, but she's not on a dummy mission. Okay? Lotto is not a crash dummy. Right? And some people lie for a living. I don't get that from Lotto. Claressa already had an agenda. She already had an agenda. She went over to her, Alicia, to check her about what she said about Papoose. So no matter what she said to you, right? And Pap was right there. What? You were hell bent, no matter what she said to you. I don't give a damn. She said, I'll whoop your ass and I'll go stab your daddy and get your mom. No matter what she was gonna say, you were hell bent on going over there confronting that woman. That's it. That's just how I feel. You were hell bent on being trigger happy. And you were going to confront her. And that's how you lost control. That's how you were triggered. When you let your emotions get the best of you, this is what happens. Okay? This is a woman, and these type of women, okay, worship these men. Stop biting the manipulation from these bird brains. Right? You got to be strong enough to walk away. You have to know how to read the room. Stop falling for these fallen angels because they will deceive you. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid because these narcissish types love negativity. They thrive off of it. It's what's weird to you is normal to them. What boggles your mind puts them at ease. I'm just letting you know, don't drink the Kool-Aid. The attention, they crave it. They crave this attention. Okay? They crave it more than the blood of Jesus. Yet, that's the first thing they'll throw in your face. mind you, in the response that she made, that's the first thing. That's one of the first things in the first sentence she said. She mentioned God, but she still had the rocks in her hand. Be careful of those people that throw rocks but don't hide the hand. Don't give a fuck if you see them rocks in their hand. And then they run and pick up a Bible and start saying thee and thou and start picking and picking the Bible apart and only picking out the verses that pertain to them and then giving it its their own meaning. That's a scary, scary thing. And that's a slippery slope. All right? Don't get caught up in that, y'all. You got to watch that cultish behavior, that female Jim Jones behavior. Watch it. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I got to keep telling y'all. And people who support the bird brains like Claressa, girl, she fought over somebody talking about her whack ass, talking about Papoose. Like what? Not because of the ass whooping comments, but the fact that she falls out with almost everybody should be a red flag to you. Okay? And let this be a lesson to ya. Let this be a lesson to ya. Okay? That's all I got. I don't know, y'all. It's crazy. It really is. But let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Yeah, that's all I got, y'all. And then she's always talking about how successful she is. She's bragging on her and Pap. And you know, look. What is a trickle, starts out a trickle, soon turns into an avalanche. Okay? The tidal wave that is going on right now on social media against Claressa or about Claressa makes her supporters a drop in the bucket, right? I mean, they are keeping her numbers decent, but not where they should be. You know what I'm saying? She sees that Alicia is climbing and doing better than ever, and that Alicia's getting everything that she wants naturally. Sometimes people want to be what they're not. And when they look at others, it's the person's personality. It could be the person's aura, how they treat people, their mannerisms, their presence, just simply their presence. Some people have what they call the it factor. Now, am I saying Alicia is the end all be all and she does no wrong and she's the perfect? No, I'm not. I'm just going by observation. And honestly, I don't know anything about Alicia Baumgartner. Okay. I was today years old, skin time, when I heard about that woman. And I only know as much as I just saw on her IG. And I've seen a few videos. So I don't have to lie to Kiki. I mean, as we progress, I probably will learn a little bit more about her. You know what I'm saying? But it's not my life's mission to learn about this woman. It's just not. I see the problem. And the problem is Claressa. Now, I'm not saying that other people aren't part of the problem. But when you got 10, 12, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people saying the same thing about one person, you are probably the problem. I'm just saying. Common sense goes a long way. Right? You know. And you know, at the end of the day, that's something that can't be duplicated. It's something that just can't be duplicated. And the presence that Alicia brings, you know, when she walks into the room, a lot of people that have that, it's God-given. And you will never be able to duplicate it or mimic it or take it away. And that's what pisses people off. So your quarrel, ma'am, is really with God. Okay? Really with God. All right? I mean, that's how you got to look at it. Your problem's not with Alicia. And it's not only with Alicia, but it's with other women. That, you know, and that's what's wrong because you know that you, Lord, I don't know how, I don't know what else to say. Okay? I don't know what else to say. And if you support this behavior, I mean, so be it. I mean, people support it for different reasons. I can't stop you. You know, I don't hate you. I don't know you guys. I really don't. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, just like we here are entitled to our own opinion. How can we go against somebody else just because we don't like who you support or don't like what you say? Right? I don't know. All I can say is keep that energy, okay? Because you're part of her downfall. Instead of being in her ear saying, hey, sis, you know, maybe you should tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should, you know, kind of clean it up, you know, clean up your act. Maybe you need to regroup and whoop whoop. Y'all out here pushing her and supporting this trifling behavior, and you're making her lose even more. That's all I'm saying. So keep that same energy, right? And we'll see where it takes y'all. Okay. And congratulations on you being banned. Now she's banned. Congratulations. She comes out with an apology. That's not really an apology. It's me. I'm the best. I'm this. I'm that. I'm saved. I'm the victim. I was triggered and threatened and humiliated and harassed. The same thing that you do to people every day of your freaking life. I tell you, you can't write this. Like, we can't make this up. Right? I don't know, y'all. You guys let me know what you think. All right? Let me see what you guys are saying. And I am out of here. Hold on. Let me bring up the comments. Y'all don't drink the damn Kool-Aid. I'm not playing with y'all no more. I'm going to need for my peeps not to drink the Kool-Aid. Period. Don't drink the freaking Kool-Aid. Now we're going to lose sleep over this? Fuck no. We don't even give a damn like that. No. We're not. Okay? But at the end of the day, this woman is problematic, and I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. We're all waiting on the train wreck, right? We're all waiting for it to crash, all right? Because we're watching a crash dummy. This is what you want. We're watching a crash dummy. The fuck? Like, what? That's what we're watching, y'all. A straight up crash dummy. You know, it's called tunnel vision. Okay? And she thinks gaslighting is the way, the truth, and the light. So we don't care about your bum ass. We don't care about your bum ways. We don't care about the comments. Okay? Now you have to deal with the consequences of your actions. Right? And you guys are like, go, Claressa. Like, she's hurting her own brand, y'all. And y'all just right with her. This is what I talk about when I say sheep behavior. Why is my comments not coming up? Hold on, you guys. Go along to get along, gang. You know what I'm saying? Yes, men. All detrimental. You should never want anybody just to go along and get along. You should never want that because people fake like you. They fake love you just to use you and get something from you. Why would you even want that around you? Why would you not want authentic, genuine people who really want to rock with you, even though they could be getting something from you? They could gain, something from you. Maybe it's networking. Maybe it's getting in the right places, right? But they're there because they really love you and they really like being with you. They like your presence. They want to be there instead of a hidden agenda. I'm just saying, y'all, that's the only way to roll. It really is. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Hold on, y'all, because it's taking a minute for y'all to come up. Because if you really, really rocking with Claressa, you wouldn't be cheering her on and saying bad, right? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And what Clarissa's doing ain't making no dollars unless you're getting paid off. If she's getting paid off her social media, which is crumbs compared to someone who is saying that they're the highest paid boxer and have an $8 million contract. If you're making money from Twitter and TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, that's fucking crumbs compared to what you could be making in boxing. Hello? Right? You boast and brag a little bit too much, ma'am. Young lady. She has some stash of cash or she's stupid, girl. I hope so. And she had a bottle every day, at least a liter. I don't know anymore. Yep, I don't know anymore either. You said, I don't drink no more. That's new. You said New Amsterdam. Let me see what y'all are saying. Remember the Impossible Burger at Burger King? Yup, she said something. Oh yeah, I used to like their Impossible Burger. I used to have a friend who was vegan, and she would get it. It would look so good. She would make it look so good. I was like, let me have some of that. So I used to like the burgers, especially when I was eating healthy, which I need to get back to. I used to always get those. Some people don't like them. I mean, you have to have an acquired taste for them, but I used to love them. So, okay, she's eating an Impossible sandwich from Starbucks, girl. Okay. Let me see. And all the boxers talking about fighting their boxers, but hit another boxer at the event, and you're not about to box. Stupid move. Thank you. I don't eat those foods, and I am not in sports anymore. Yeah, girl, I can't say nothing about eating. I need to really, really get on the good foot. Like, I really can't say anything. I just had Starbucks the other damn day, but I ain't no damn the best boxer in the fucking world, the best boxer, the number one boxer in the world right now either. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all. You said chasing flies on Netflix show. Girl, I don't even know what she doing, but this is where we're at, y'all. This is where we are at. Over words. You got to have a little more composure than that. You can't be crashing out just because somebody hurt your little feelings. You want us to call you a wambulance? You guys cannot just be flipping out and going off and losing your job and your composure and deals and just effing up your reputation no matter who you are. You ain't got to be the number one anything. You have a lot to lose just being a human trying to make it in this world. You cannot crash out because somebody hurt your little feelings, okay? Because guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to call you a wambulance, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call you a wambulance. And you can cry in the car, girl. You can cry in the car. And Clarissa's sister Brianna got a lot of nerve how bad she talked about her sister and how many bottles of Amsterdam and cigarettes and rent off of Clarissa's dime. Oh, really? That's what her sister, the one that was talking? Oh, girl, I knew not to listen to girl. I just let y'all listen. Girl, what she said went in one ear and out the ignorant other. Okay? Because she sound about as ignorant. Girl, you sound like a crash dummy your damn self. Girl, I wasn't putting no value or nothing, no meaning or no importance behind what she was saying, girl. You just a crash out. Amsterdam beer has 50% alcohol, so nasty and sweet. Now I don't know about that. I don't really drink alcohol. I've never really had Amsterdam in my life. I don't know. When I was drinking, it was out vodka, but as of now, I'll just have maybe like tequila or I'll have like Patron. Patron is my drink of choice, whether it's in a mixed drink or a shot. That's about as far as I go. And then I'll have maybe some wine. Oh, I love margaritas with the Jose Cuervo, and I love the pink Moscato barefoot wine. That's about as far as I go. Those are my three choices if I drink. So I don't know anything about anything else, but yeah. Thank you for letting me know. Somebody's like vodka. So that's what she was having. Yeah, y'all. So that's all I got. Now I did want to share with you guys on the road to 15K. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys. I did want to share this video before I do let you guys go on somebody speaking on Claressa. And the reason why I wanted to bring this video is because what she said was right on the nose, okay? And I think it's an important message that we all need to hear. So I'm going to leave you with that video. Let me go ahead and set that up. Hold on, let me see where it's at. You guys make sure you shop for Blonay merch at my store right here on YouTube, you guys. Go ahead and make your way on over there. Let me pull this up for y'all. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Because I wanted to end with this video, y'all, because I just think it's important for us to hear. I think it's a great way to end this video. And all I can say is well said. All I can say is well said. Hold on, y'all. It's a bit, I don't know why it's a slight delay. Pop it off. Why is this doing this, y'all? Let's see what's happening. Play it for you guys because it's not coming through. couldn't wait to kick me out. Okay, I knew it was something. StreamYard literally just kicked me out. Okay, guys, I do apologize for that. Let me go ahead and bring this back up for you. I knew it was something. I mean, shout out to StreamYard, but sometimes it be doing its thing. Sometimes it be doing its thing. That's all I can say. All right. It be doing its thing sometimes. All right. Now let me see. Let me go ahead and share this with y'all because I have to start sharing my store and letting you guys know that I'm not just a one-trick pony and the things that I have to offer you guys. All right. Let me take this down for you guys right quick. Green hearts in the chat if you guys can hear me too as well. I do apologize for that. I knew it was something. I was like, what? All right, you guys. So make sure you go to my store. Check it out. All you guys got to do is go to the description on my YouTube page and push the first link. All right. And I just want to share with you guys what I have for you and to let you know that I'm not a one-trick pony. Okay. I'm not only here to spill the tea. All right. And give you guys all the updates or whatever. Okay. But I also have a lot to offer you guys. All right. Now, once you go to my store, if you click browse all, you'll be able to see everything that I have to offer. Okay. Now, what I really wanted to talk to you about is the all-in-one bundle. All right. And this is the digital playbook. Now, if you've been looking for a sign to finally invest in yourself or build your own brand and create extra streams of income, this is it. All right. I want to welcome you guys to the Blonay merch store, your one-stop shop for leveling up your lifestyle, your mindset, and your money. Okay. Your mindset and your money. All right. Now, here at the Blonay merch, we're not just selling products, you guys. We're promoting competence, creativity, entrepreneurship, and boss energy, right? So whether you're trying to maybe you're trying to start a new business, maybe you're trying to launch a side hustle, or become a content creator, or simply just make extra income online, the Digital Boss Playbook Bundle courses were designed with you in mind, y'all. Okay. Now, next time when I come live, I'm going to dig a little deeper and kind of show you guys what's inside of it and go through one of the courses, okay, so that you guys can see for yourself that it's easy to follow, digital guides. It breaks down multiple online income ideas and gives you practical tools, motivation, and game plans to help you, start your multiple online income, all right? And to stop procrastinating and start building. And I think that's what's most important is for you to stop procrastinating and start building. Why do I say that? Because it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. All right. So if you've ever wanted to monetize your skills, grow your brand, a lot of you guys have a lot of talents. You just have to know how to organize and how to put it to work for yourself. Okay. Whether it's your mouthpiece, maybe it's something that you know how to do. Maybe it's something that you want to add on to what you already know. Sharpen your skills. It's never too late to learn. All right. And you should always be evolving and learning no matter what your age is. Okay. Now, if you want to create financial freedom from your phone or your laptop, this is where your journey starts. All right. And we can also talk about fashion, y'all. Okay. I want you to be able to make a statement without saying a word because the girls love a statement piece. Okay. But my signature But God baby doll tees are perfect for anyone who believes, faith, favor, and resilience are part of their history. That's all I can say. These tees are stylish, feminine, and confidence boosting. And they also represent at the same time strength and spirituality. Now, I have other shirts, right? But my favorite is my But God because I always say that. You know what I'm saying? This could have been me, but God. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for God, where would I be? All right. Now, I also have Zodiac tees, you guys. I have the dad hats. So you guys just make sure you check out the trendy tees that I have, where you can proudly represent your astro sign and your season, your personality, and your style. All right. And it doesn't matter what sign you are. Okay. These shirts will definitely help you stand out and express yourself unapologetically. All right. So, to all the busy women out there who are trying to balance goals and content and business ideas in everyday life, Busy Being Her digital planner is the ultimate productivity essential. Okay. This planner was created to help ambitious women stay organized, focused, and motivated. All right. And it's all intentional. It's your being intentional while building. Okay. And this is what you should truly want, from goal setting to planning content to tracking your daily priorities. It's designed for women who are serious about becoming that girl. All right. In every areas of your life. So we just wanted to make sure that I showed you guys what I have. A lot of times I don't put that forward, and I need to start at least offering it to you and letting you guys know what I have. Remember, we're having a good giveaway. My birthday is next month. I'm having a giveaway. My mods, my members. So you guys get ready, okay? I just wanted to show you this. That's all I got for y'all. Thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you guys staying this long. I really do. I appreciate you guys. All right. All right. And I will see you guys on the next video. Let me go ahead and bring this up for y'all. Because remember, I'm going to show you this video before we leave. Hold on. Let me make sure that I put this up for y'all. All right. All right, you guys, I am out of here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the love. And I will see you guys on the next video. Until next time, America.
To the people that are constantly defending Claressa Shields, this video is for you. You must be the kind of people that go into work and confront your coworkers and fight your coworkers because they said something that hurt your feelings. You must be the kind of people that are okay with losing your job, losing your money, losing your home, losing everything because somebody hurt your feelings, because somebody spoke on your personal relationship. Because essentially, that's what Claressa Shields just did. Claressa threatens and talks about beating people's asses all the time. Just go on YouTube and type it in. You'll find a whole lineup of her videos threatening to whoop people's asses. Last month, Claressa just laughed at Shadesha Green for having a brain bleed. But she's a girl's girl, and she should have confronted her. I think you guys are intentionally choosing to miss the point. She confronted her at an event that she was not even invited to, and confronted her not over the threat. This is why research is important. She confronted her because she didn't want her speaking on her relationship. She said, keep my man's name out of your mouth and worry about your man. If Alicia is getting interviewed by people the same way that Claressa is, and they're both boxers, do you think at some point she's not going to say, I can fight her, or I can whoop her ass? The same exact way Claressa does about everybody. Let's just use Layla Ali as the example every single time. She doesn't keep Layla's name out her mouth and talk shit about her all the time. She even disrespected Layla's father. Okay? Disrespected her father. And if you ask me, that's a reason to get your ass beat. But we don't want to talk about that. She went on one podcast and said Layla Ali ain't nothing but Muhammad Ali's daughter. But again, she's always talking about, I'll whoop her ass. She'll get her ass beat. This was also somebody she used to look up to, was cool with. Don't want to talk about that though, do you? She falls out with everybody. She's walking around parading with a married man. What she did was immature, and she's too old to act like that. Putting your hands on somebody at an event that you were not supposed to put your hands on them at is absolutely unacceptable. Are we not understanding that 2 + 2 = 4 here? The people that defend her, I can't help but think that you are the type of women and men that are messing with married men, getting evicted constantly looking for a job because you like to fight. You like to confront people when they say mean things to you.